Hey everybody, it's Henry.
And Sandy.
We are back with Talk
Talk
It
It Up.
Wow, it's been like a month
Yeah.
or more.
Well, just like the sign outside.
I know.
We've been buried.
We have been buried, as you have, and we are here to say that we're still here.
We're still here.
We're still here.
We made it to Magnolia.
We did, and we're excited to be here. We're excited for all the things that we've been promising to do, to bring them back. We're hoping that the weather is. I wish it were like this for the rest of the winter.
I think there are a lot of signs, that the snow, fluffy, soft snow might just, come
Melt away
a little bit, like we got today.
I don't know. I'm just ready for some vitamin D. But there are things happening, and we want to let you know about them. So let's talk it up.
Let's do
First
it.
things first. I am singing this Sunday at Katrina's
For brunch.
From 11 to 2:30,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm singing there every other week. Hi, Cashton.
Hi.
That's Cashton. Every other Sunday, alternating with the amazing Mari Martin and Mark Vitalik. Adria Smith and myself are alternating with Mark and Mari, and it's really kind of great. And there's always a reason to go to Katrina's for brunch.
Mm-hmm.
Now, really good brunch.
Yeah.
And
good spot.
good spot. And so we're excited for that and hope to see you on Sunday, 11 to 2.
Yes.
Next week is March. Already.
Yes.
This year is already flying by.
It is.
And we are getting ready to do our Young Playwrights Workshop.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Young Playwrights shows have been incredible from the first year. We did Song of the Sea. We did Murder on Rocky Neck, the opera. We did Tale of the Oyster, the Seafaring Whoops. This year we did Gloucester Boy. Those all came out of our Young Playwrights Workshops. And if you saw those shows, it's amazing what these kids can accomplish. And during Gloucester Boy this year, the kids were singing a lot of the music from the musical Annie.
Yes.
That everybody knows and loves.
Yes.
That'll come out tomorrow, I hope. And I overheard them talking about this idea about what if it was reversed, and instead of kids, orphans, it was senior citizens in a nursing home, and all of the young people were the ones who were mean and kind of bullying the seniors in the nursing home.
Yeah.
And this is a serious issue in our time. Actually, we did a show about that in Chagabigzanda a couple years ago about bullying of seniors and youth. And so, what a great opportunity, I thought, to riff off of this great idea that the kids had and do a spoof of the musical Annie and call it Granny and have it take place right here in Cape Ann. So we're doing it, and starting on Thursday, which is the 5th of March, right here at our space in Magnolia, from 4 to 6 p.m., we are going to start our Young Playwrights Workshop. We understand that people don't have a lot of funds right now. This weather has kept people home from work. It's kept businesses from thriving this winter. And so, we also have struggled this winter because of the weather. And so what do we do as community? We come together and we hold each other up. And so usually we charge, what we charge for our Young Playwrights Workshop. This time we're going to do it on a donation basis so that it's affordable for everyone who wants to be involved. The Young Playwrights Workshop is so important to get these kids writing and imagining and creating something that they can really be proud of and be celebrated by our community. And so if you have a child ages, 6 and up?
6 and up, yeah.
Through teen.
Mm-hmm.
And they would like to be involved in developing this show, then please get in touch with us. More information you can find on our website, northshorefolk.org. We are starting on Thursday the 5th, so time is of the essence. We want to take 6 weeks for this workshop to, basically the structure is there of the story. We all know Annie, we all know the basic story, and that's what we're spoofing, and that's what we're going to be inspired by. The music's already written, but what we need to do is write special lyrics, write different dialogue, and that does take time. And, ideally it'll take at least 6 weeks, maybe a little more once we get into it, and it'll be up to the kids whether they want it to be an all kid cast or like every other show that they've done, if they want it to be intergenerational. I think that would be great. So and then it becomes one of our main stage productions, which we would do then in April or early May, and we'll announce casting at that time.
Right, after it's written.
After it's written, and we know for sure when that's going to happen. Meanwhile, if you are interested at any age in being involved in our productions this season, get in touch with us. We are casting now for Granny, right? Even though it's not written yet, we'll still have parts available. Greasy Pole the Musical is back from Broadway. We took it to Broadway this year, and we won the Tony, and we're so excited to bring it back. And it's fresh. It's going to be fresh and new. We've written all new lyrics.
I've never watched
almost all. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Even better than before, if you can imagine. So please get involved with that. And again, we are an intergenerational company. So kids, adults, seniors, we want everybody. It is a musical, so if you can sing, great. If you can't really carry a tune too well, don't worry about it. This is Gloucester. You don't have to sing pretty. You just have to sing real, And group singing is great because if somebody's just a little bit off, you don't notice it as much. Right. But we are casting now for Greasy Pole the Musical, which will happen around Fiesta this year. Yay! I'm so excited to bring it back.
It's coming.
Yay!
It's coming.
And we're doing it here in Magnolia, which is going to be amazing. We're bringing Greasy Pole the Musical to Bright Magnolia, so that's exciting. We are also going to be doing in the fall The Medium. Now, we've talked about this play, Judith Sargent Murray's first play, which was the first ever play produced in Boston in 1795. We had our cast, and then all the men sort of backed out of the cast. So we need to recast the men in the show. All the women we have, but the men we need to recast in the show. And so if you're interested in that, talk to us, because we're going to be meeting weekly between now and the fall when we produce it. We were going to open it in March, and then we were going to open it in May, and time is flying so fast, and it just, with the weather the way it's been, I just had back surgery, and, it's been hard to really keep the momentum around it. We're doing it. Right. We're definitely doing it. This is the 220th year, the anniversary of the show. We can't not do this production. If you are interested in being in the production, this is really the only one this year that's not intergenerational. We need men. We have one role for a male in his 20s, kind of a young romantic lead type, and all the rest are 40s through 70s. So it's 18th century language. So if you have a background in Shakespeare or Moliere or more classical theater, great, even better. If you don't, we run the gamut. We have people who have chops, as we say in the theater, and we have people who are new to the theater. But if you can find the character, we can work with you. So please get involved. We are also this winter bringing back the Lobster Cracker Ballet. big excitement
big.
around that. And that's also, all of these shows are going to be here in Magnolia at the Magnolia Library and Community
Right.
Center, our new community partners. And we're right here on the corner of Lexington and Hesperus in Magnolia. We're so excited to bring theater to this historic building, and culture. You know, it's important. Culture, you know, the root is of that word culture is cult. It's like a bunch of people who believe in the same thing getting together and having these wonderful experiences that sometimes are transformative. Right?
Right.
I know you've found that
right, and
to be the case in your family.
There's such a positive to that word culture, you know, and it's just when you find it and you get a good feeling, you know, and it's just a place where people are passionate about what they're doing, you know, and I feel like that says a lot about being part of a culture where they're passionate about what they believe in and about what they're doing and their work and how they get involved. And, you know, the mix that we have here with the children and the adults.
Well, we're really building a foundation, or continuing to build a foundation, I should say, for our children, for these kids, because they're inheriting everything we're creating now, right? So if we want to give them the healthiest future, you know, the healthiest community that we can hand off to them, it's going to require us to come together in person. It's going to require us to come together and decide as a community what is important to us. What are our values as a community, right? I've heard in the past people at City Hall, the former mayor, others talking about community values, but nobody named them, right? I think that what we do, not only through theater, right, but through our cultural events, is bring people together to talk about what matters to us as a community. I'm not hearing those conversations happen, and I want those conversations to happen. You know, and where better than a cultural center like we have here in Magnolia.
Right.
Right. So get involved. If you are not an actor, but you want to be involved in the theater on another level, we need lighting people. We need sound people. You know, we are putting it out there for sponsorships, for community sponsorships. We know that local businesses have taken a big hit this winter, and we don't expect that you'll be able to carry us through the rest of the spring and summer. Hopefully we'll all have a really good spring and summer, and then we can come back and find that mutual support, you know, later in the year. But that said, if you are in a position to help out financially and you would like to make a tax-deductible donation to the North Shore Folklore Theater Company, talk to us, because we have sponsorships available. If you go on our website and look at the Support Us page, and you look at our corporate sponsorship page, the breakdown is there. There are benefits to sponsorship that hopefully you'll find valuable. If you're an individual who's in a position to help with the donation, we're always grateful for our angel donors and people who give a little more, a little extra, just to keep us going. We are very, very tight in our budget, and we are a year-round theater company that really is here to serve this community. And so we do hope that the community realizes that, and they are, in turn, willing to support us on the other side of it. We have a commitment, even in our mission statement, to make this work accessible to everyone. Every class, every workshop, everything that we do is affordable for everyone. It's all a donation basis, right? Even our shows, we say there's a suggested donation, right? But we make it accessible to everyone. Nobody in this community has the excuse that they can't afford to go to a theater class or to go to a performance or come to one of our events, because we make it accessible. And that's really important to us in our mission. We believe it's important to this community in our time. That's the future I would like to see, more people holding each other up that way. But we also need to be held up too. And if you're able to do that, and you believe in the vision and the work that we're doing, go visit our website, northshorefolk.org. Look at the Support Us page. Look at the About Us page. Find out more about why we do what we do, and get behind us.
Right. Give us some feedback.
Yes, we love feedback.
We kind of miss that. We don't really hear much about, we get in the hype of a show, and yeah, we can have the articles in the paper and all that. We want to hear from the people. Want to hear from the people that have come out to
We
our
are
shows.
So grateful to the Gloucester Times for their support from day one. They have been there like no other, and we're so grateful to Gail McCarthy and the team, the staff at Gloucester Daily Times. They've been our dear friends, and yeah, we want to hear from our community. What would you like to see? Right. We could do Greasy Pole the musical every year. We could do the Lobster Cracker Ballet every year. People want it. They seem to want it. But what else do you want? We have centuries of material. We have so many stories to tell. I was just talking to somebody on the board of the Magnolia Historical Society this morning about our desire to do a piece about the history of Magnolia, or that's come from the culture and the background, the history, the folklore of Magnolia. We want to do the same for Lanesville. We want to do the same for Rockport families. Get involved. Get over here. We've had some wonderful Rockport people. Manchester. We'd love to get Manchester more involved. We're actually talking to the Manchester Historical Society as well. So we're here to stay, and we want your involvement. We want your input and feedback. So this Sunday at Katrina's, 11 to 2, come have brunch. So come say hi. And this coming Thursday, March 5th, we inaugurate our, what is this, Tommy, is this our 5th Young Playwrights Workshop?
I believe it is.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Our 5th Young Playwrights Workshop. Granny. It's going to be so much fun.
Wait.
And then we're casting. We're casting for the rest of the season.
Yes.
Not only actors, but also staff. If you have time, if you have volunteer time that you would like to invest in this company, get involved. We're also going to be bringing back Folk U, which is our adult group. We're going to develop pieces and projects together. Right. We're going to do writing. We're going to do acting. All kinds of wonderful things.
Magnolia too.
Yes. Our Magnolia After Dark events we're going to bring back. I know with my back surgery I couldn't do our knitting and stitching thing. We're still looking for some mahjong players and game boards. So if you have an old mahjong set in your closet that was your mother's, your grandmother's, whatever, dust it off and donate it, because we would love that. We're going to do the Brain Candy Family Film Festival, classic family films starting from the silent era forward. It's an educational workshop, really, because we're not only just going to sit and watch movies, we're actually going to learn about the foundations of popular culture through American family film. Not just American, maybe, actually. We'll do some other ones, too. So, yes, so much going on. Get on our mailing list. That's okay. Oh, God, your nose. See? Okay, I'll put it back. All right. Thanks, everybody, for your support. Come get involved. NorthshoreFolk.org. And we will see you next week on
Talk It Up.
Talk It Up. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.